and I'm gonna announce it in a second. Whenever, well, I have to hit start stream for it to start. There we go on YouTube. Yep. All right. So, hello, hello. We're gonna make sure it's up and live. Is it live? Yep. Awesome. We're gonna copy this. We're gonna go to Discord. Stop hitting each other. Christ, guys. The reunion is now live. Join up. Ask questions. Last chance to vote for fan fave. Exclamation point. Alright, perfect. Alright, stop hitting each other. Stop it. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so hello everyone. Welcome to the Minecraft Survivor Lio reunion. I'm gonna get this playing so I can see live chat. Let's hope it's still up and running. There's currently 0 viewers, but I just announced it, so hopefully we'll get some. Just to start, how was everyone's experience with the game? I know we played over a year ago, so it's been a minute. So soccer, how does it feel to win?
It feels pretty good. It was definitely a long wait, but the long wait was all rewarding. It was fun to see everything play out. It was nice to see all these people, these lovely people that I played with, both in the game and then watching them in the edit. A lot of fun to get to know them better behind the scenes. Yeah, it's overall a lot of fun, very rewarding.
That's very true. Where's Dan? Is Dan here?
Hello.
Dan's here in voice. He's joining the server. But Dan, I know that it's been a while, and so you got second.
Woo!
I know it must feel like not the best to lose after that, but I'm sure the reaction you had. I don't know if you were watching because I know you are somewhere else. But how does it feel to get second?
Honestly, I think it became pretty apparent after Lawson left. The exhaustion had sat in, and it was just I was in such a weird manic state wherein like exhaustion and hunger had kind of taken over. For those of you who don't know, we kind of recorded this entire thing in one session, and it was a whole ordeal. So, in terms of brain rot, honestly, I'm thrilled that I got to Final Tribal Council and even got second. That is amazing.
That's pretty swag. Also, guys, once you guys are in the stream, I know we have 7 or 8 people in here right now. You can drop some questions in the chat and we'll ask them. All right, Peter, I know. So I'm going to stray away from asking about placements, but Peter, how does it feel to win basically almost every single individual immunity and see it play out on camera?
Pretty hype because it was very fun to be able to slowly see it build up and then have the cacophonous ending during the finale with the back-to-back wins, because really people didn't put much emphasis on it until I'd say probably the 3rd win. Also, sorry about that, Bell. I'm gonna have to leave very quickly here. But I really enjoyed it. It was fantastic editing on your part. I loved watching the season back, even though I'd forgotten most of it because I had been awake for 30 hours by the end. So I very much feel Dan's thoughts on having basically brain rot at that point. Love you all. Love you watching. Bye. See you later. Bye.
Did Doug have a grandfather?
Did Peter just leave? There you go, guys. That's our Peter.
Man is at a church.
He might be going back. I don't know. He might be just going to get the door. All right. So next person who's here, Light.
Yup.
I'm also gonna stray away from the placement question, but so I know a lot of people said that you gave up towards the end. I know that was like the kind of narrative that was pushed, and obviously you didn't. Do you think you have a reason to why people thought that?
I mean, okay, well, I guess that was kind of just like my whole demeanor during the whole thing, because like during the season, obviously, I was just like, oh my god, I'm legit the quiet kid basically in the season, so I feel like that kind of set a different motion, and like watching back, like yeah, I had no filter on some shit. Like I owned up to being racist against a man, so I had racial motivations for that. But yeah, I guess I could see why, considering I don't know, I just didn't really know what I was doing. Like I'm in no way a loud personality, and everyone here knows that it was like such a different person compared to the rest of these people, because I'm legit just a fucking 15-year-old that is just trying to live his life. Now Like my voice got a bit different. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop rambling. But yeah, there we go.
I mean, it's been over a year since we recorded the season. I think it was when did you record this? Last
April
January?
2021.
Yeah, it's
April
almost
2020.
been 2 years.
It's been a while. I'm also gonna throw the fan favorite poll in the thing. If you guys would like, I'm gonna pin it, and if you guys would like, go ahead and vote. Yeah. All right. Next question. So Lawson,
Huh?
you got a lot of votes during the season.
Hey
Do
man,
you think? Do you think that the reason you went home was because this seemingly ridiculous threat was placed on your back, even though I don't think you necessarily knew why?
nah. I think what happened was I put myself in a position where I made Joey my enemy, and that kind of made me like a target. Just because if you're the enemy of Joey, well then you're the enemy of everybody else that's working with him. So typically that's how it works. But also, I knew I was getting votes in the end. Soccer working behind the scenes, man. He was just doing his thing and trying to get me killed. It worked.
It did work. That's very true. There's the gun. So Omega, you're next.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty swag. Oh, Dan's here. Awesome. All right. So you had no idea that you were going home when you did.
No.
How did it feel directly after that?
I was just glad I was able to go to sleep, to be honest, because that was like 1 a.m. at that point, and that was probably like one of the latest I've stayed out at that point. So yeah, I was kind of excited to be able to sleep, but other than that, I don't know. It was just kind of fun to be blindsided, I guess. Like, there's always something fun about playing these games and being on the receiving end of a blindside or pulling a blindside off. But just like watching everything crumble, it's depressing, but it's also really entertaining at the same time.
And then watching it back, was it fun as well?
Oh, I don't watch seasons, so I don't watch the season either.
What?
No, I don't care about like watching stuff. I'm just here to have fun.
That's true. That's true. Even though we built half the seasons. All right.
Yeah.
Next question, Badgers.
Yo,
How does it feel to have your closest ally vote you out?
dude, that was funny. I thought it was Peter at first. I forgot I did my whole like ending confession. Be like, Peter, bro, I thought we were vibing, man. I'm sorry. But no, it's Nerf because Nerf's a silly goose. I don't know. I think Nerf was just being silly, and then he just voted out his ally when he literally pulled it together with the numbers, and then he was like, "Oh shit." So I mean, it happens, you know. I can't really complain about it. I thought it was funny that it happened and it made the season interesting. So it's definitely a good move by Soccer. Amazing move by Soccer, even.
That's very true. And finally, Mystic. So you got fucked really hard. Do you feel like there's anything you could have done that would have kept you in the game?
I don't think there was anything I could have done. I was screwed over by that guy, and a couple other guys who aren't here. And I voted off the only person that was cool. Sadly, sorry, Big D. And
Where's Big D
personally,
at?
yeah, I don't know, but no, I don't think I could have done anything different.
That's true. That's true. All right. Does anyone have anything to say before we get into?
Yes,
Dylan
I
Cole's
do.
question? Okay.
I want to give a big shout out to my boy Suds. You know, I wouldn't be here without him.
Oh my God,
I missed it.
No.
All right,
Not the time.
I see you.
Bring him back. All right. So to Soccer, this is a question directly to him.
Okay, all right.
What do you think would have happened if Dan was rocked out at 6?
I think if Dan gets rocked out at 6, there is absolutely no way that I have any shot at winning. I think that if Dan goes at 6, I follow right behind them at 5. And then I think at Final 4, it's pretty much Peter decides who he'd rather take with him between Nerf and Chase. And I think whoever he decides to take probably ends up winning the game. So I do think that Final 6 rock draw really determined the ending of the game. I think I had a shot if Light went home in the rocks, and we saw what happened with Chase going home. But if Dan went home, I was just fucked. Like, there's no way around it.
That's true. That's true. Dan, how do you feel you would have felt if you went home in the rock draw?
I mean, yeah, that entire thing was it would have been a steep fall to the sort of like weird goblin mode that had come out at the end. So it probably would have made for a lot less of a chaotic, but definitely different ending. Um, I think soccer not winning and instead it going to like Nerf or Light would have been so interesting. And so who knows? Maybe the timeline where I did get rocked out might have been slightly more interesting.
Like, do you think that if Dan had got rocked out, you would have made it farther?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. I feel like if Dan goes out there, I'd probably make FTC at that point because, like, really, the thing that was so like bad about that situation is that most of the people that wanted to bring me to the end would have beaten me, and like, I like genuinely, I thought my only or my best scenario to win at the end was going against Peter and Dan, but like they didn't want to bring me to the end. But then like the others did, but I literally get no votes against the others. Like nothing against Peter and Dan, obviously, like they're great people. I think that kind of just like I was fucked no matter what, really, is what it came down to. Like, and I should have planned for that a lot earlier, but it is what it is.
That's true. That's true. Just a reminder: the fan favorite poll will close at 7:50. So you guys got 8 minutes left to vote. Next question. What is the next question? Oh, Mystic. This is from Mason. Okay. Where would you go on your first date with Mason? He's not here. All right. Awesome. When Dan, so when was it decided that you and Peter were going to Final Tribal Council together?
When was it decided that me and Peter were going to Final Tribal Council?
Yeah, because during the season, you guys were pretty adamant. Peter was at least pretty adamant that he wanted to take you.
I'm sure, honestly. So the big thing about it was, keep in mind during the brain rot fiesta, Peter, the way Peter played the game was so unconventional, but really simple. He was very fair. He was very rigid. He was very. I mean, he. The reason we don't see a lot of him is because he literally just sat in the public call. Like that was his whole thing. He was just very, very very pragmatic about everything. And so, one, I think maybe if that's a thing, which blurry because a year and a half ago, I could totally see me, picking Peter just because he was simpler. Whether or not he was, the better choice was one debate, but he was like the one person I could wrap my head around.
That's true. That is very true. So when was it decided for everyone else? I don't think it was ever decided by everyone else. Peter, you here back? Are you back? I don't think he's back. Soccer. What do you think would have happened if? Actually, no. We'll go to Light. Light. What do you think will happen if Chase had won that Final Six comp?
The final six.
Yeah, instead of Peter.
All right, I think honestly, like, cause like I don't really think that it was like fully shot on the edit, but I'm pretty sure that Chase like sweeps FTC against like most people. I think if he does end up winning that final six, it's a little bit different, obviously, because like at that point, like I think Nerf is more likely to be gone at 6, and then like if Dan and Peter also like feel the same way they did with Saki than with Chase, then I think Chase has like a very strong shot there. I think once again I have like no shot, but yeah, I guess yeah, there we go.
Is Mystic back? Mystic.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So Mason asks, where would you take him on a first date? Go.
I would take him to the Bahamas.
Bahamas? Why's that?
It's beautiful over there.
On
Nice
a
long
first
walks to the
date?
beach. Yeah,
Rich.
yeah. You gotta treat your boys right. Now the women, on the other hand,
No.
No. Calm down. All right. Lawson, how do you think the season was edited and shown as a whole?
I think you're awful. I think
Oh,
you're just terrible. It's all. No, it was good. I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed watching. Anybody who watched and didn't enjoy it, you're dumb and you're stinky.
that's true. That's true. Brian says, ask Mystic how much he's packing.
God.
enough.
Good answer. That's a good answer. All right, we got about 4 minutes until the fan favorite poll closes. Make sure you get your votes in if you have not voted yet. Currently, we have around almost 50 votes for the fan favorite poll. They just asked me why we're all post-merge episodes 20 minutes each because I had no footage. And I was a bit lazy. I'm not gonna lie. Soccer was there. You can explain that.
Yeah, I was there. This man likes to smoke and he likes to hang out with his girlfriend, whichever one it is at the time. So he's doing a lot of things, and so editing is definitely not up there on his list of priorities. So I had to get a first class ticket to this man's house to get him to upload the rest of the pre-merge, and it was challenging, but he did it. We're here now, 2 years later, and season's
Hey,
out.
no. It's like a year and like a few months. Don't
A
worry.
year and 10 months. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay.
How did you guys like the finale episode
Didn't watch it.
or the finale intro rather? I don't know how many of you guys saw that.
Lit.
That is
Yeah.
true. All right, we got about 3 minutes until the fan favorite poll closes. I'm running out of questions. Does anyone else have anything to say? Like, anyone want to talk about anything specifically?
I mean, honestly, if I were to do this next time, and anyone who's is doing this, y'all need a meal prep for this season. I didn't realize. Oh my god! Like you get some breaks, but nah, you got to meal prep for this. You have to. So get like 3 or 4 containers. It was vicious. It was vicious. I imagine towards the end for a lot of people in the same capacity that I feel like maybe some people do feel like on actual Survivor, where you're into like, oh my god, I can fucking finally eat or sleep. It's such an arduous journey, which is hysterical and such the antithesis of a fucking Minecraft competition, but that's what it became towards the end, and that's
Oxy, don't listen to him. You're a great host. I think you did it great, man. I wasn't hungry whatsoever.
You're like at least
You got
top
it
5
with 2
Oxy,
hours.
alright?
I mean, you edit better when you're on something.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, I actually want to go over this scenario real quick. So, say Soccer gets out,
Well.
and Light actually gets his wish between where it's him, Dan, and Peter at the end. So, Soccer, you're now on the jury. Everyone here is still on the jury besides Mystic. Who would you vote for? So let's start with Soccer at least. Between Light.
I'm voting between Light, Dan, and Peter.
Yep.
In the moment, and honestly, still looking back at it now, I probably vote Dan. I really did
Yeah.
enjoy Dan's game. I mean, I do think that there's parts of it that I think I don't agree with, which is why we kind of played so differently near the end. But looking back at it through the edit, I really do think he had a ton of power at the end of the game. Like, I'm only in the seat because of this man and this man only. Nobody else is responsible for me being here but him once Final 6 hit. So, like, I respect Dan. He would definitely have gotten my vote if that was the final 3.
That's
All right,
respect right there.
Lawson.
You already know, bro. Who did I vote? Even when Soccer was an option, I voted Dan.
That's
Let's be
true.
real. He's
All right,
my number one, my baby, until the end.
Aw.
Omega, who would you voted?
Light was my homie, dude. I loved Light, so I had to give it to him.
And then Jacob.
This is why we're homies.
Dog, was I the only Peter vote, right? I'm sticking with it, man. Peter
No,
you
you
all
did
the
not
way.
vote for
You
You
didn't vote for
definitely did
Peter.
not.
Wait, I
You
did,
voted
did
for
I not?
Dan. You voted
Wait,
for Dan.
what? Why did I
Let's
vote for Dan?
go, Dan
Okay,
gang.
so I'm lying to myself. I would have voted Peter. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. I actually don't remember the season.
Well, because Ethan was the only person who voted for Peter.
Wait,
For some
really?
reason,
I
Oxy
swear to
wanted
God, I
put
voted
Ethan
Peter.
on the jury.
No, wait. Or did Peter vote? Did Ethan
No,
vote
I
Dan?
swear to God, I
Oh,
voted
Ethan
no,
Peter.
Jacob,
voted
you did vote
Dan
Peter.
'cause he didn't
No,
wanna
Jacob,
vote.
I did. I swear to
Who's
no,
voted
Jacob, Ethan did vote Dan.
Oh, okay.
Ethan did vote Dan. All right,
Ethan
so
was
you
in
would
my
vote
DMs,
Peter.
like, Peter,
So,
Yeah, I voted Peter
at
because
the
Peter was
moment-
my homie. I would
at the
obviously
moment,
vote Peter.
Dan would be winning by assumption of Ethan still would have voted for Dan because he was pissed at Light. Joff probably would have still voted for Dan. So that's 4 votes Dan. He would only need 2 more to win. So Dan, how does it make you feel that you would have won if you just took Light to the end?
I don't remember. I think I remember very specifically at some point I made my decision not based on my want to win, but to spite Nerf. And I'm so sorry, Nerf. If you hear. I don't know why. I was like, again, Goblin mode set in, and I think I liked the way Nerf was mad at me, and it made me like feel funny in a good way, and I was like, I'm gonna keep this up. So yeah.
That's
But no,
very
and
funny.
Nerf yelling at me at that time. I remember it happened I think it happened in the episode before that, where he was like, if soccer makes it to the end, you're not winning. He's right, completely right. But it was like in that same vein when after Lost and Win Out that my brain was just like
That's true. That's true. All right, I'm gonna ask 2 more questions, and then we're gonna what?
Oh, I thought you were going to the fan favorite. I have something to say before you do that, but ask your questions first.
All right, Jacob, why'd you let Baz survive over Banjo?
Was because Kane and Banjo were like, we're attacking each other, blah blah blah. They're like there's a whole thing going there. So obviously I couldn't go to merge with both of them. And I don't know, honestly, I think Baz was just kind of a whole nothing burger at that point. So I was like, he can just stay in. I'll say it, dog. I'll say it. I'm sorry, Baz. If you're listening to this
I add
after,
on to
man.
that?
But why'd you vote out Mystic over Baz?
Yeah, no, that
God,
was
I
some
don't.
bullshit. That
So
was
you're
some
asking me
straight
this as if I could
bullshit.
remember any of this.
Baz, a colorblind person, stayed in over me.
Look,
I
I will say I think it's you,
colorblind
Mason. I think what ended up happening was I think Kane wanted Mystic at first, and then me, Kane, and Banjo had like a 3 thing going on. I think Banjo also was cool with going a Mystic. So it would have been like me flipping over to Baz and Mystic at that point, and I didn't really, care for Baz at all in the season. So I was like, well, I'm sticking with the 3 I've got, which obviously, I mean, we were losing all the way through anyways because we were ass at cons somehow. I don't know. Either way, I think at the end of the day, no one from the Chaotic Tribe was getting far. I don't think any of us had a shot. Like it just wasn't meant
I
for us.
had
The
a
game was not
shot
meant
if you
for
would
us.
have stuck with me, asshole.
Yeah, Mystic, did you? Did you really?
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
I did.
I mean, you got second boot, Mystic. I don't know if you had a shot.
I could
That's
put in
true.
some promotional things.
I think Mystic. I think you stay in if you don't stick up for Big D.
I didn't.
He did it. He
Was it
literally.
not
He
Whatever.
said elbow. He literally goes elbow out or out. I don't care.
Either way, I don't know. Season was like 3 years ago, Lossy.
He's talking out his ass.
Jesus
He's talking
Christ.
out his ass.
Dog, I don't remember what happened. You can't do this to me.
Feeling cool. The longest finale ever is because I actually put my big boy pants on and edited a episode correctly. Anyways, so now we're gonna move into the fan favorite poll.
Wait.
What's up?
Before you get into the end of the reunion and the fan favorite voting and everything,
Is about to be locked once Soccerfish talking.
I just want to say that I think that something that goes kind of unspoken in the recorded Survivor and just general Survivor community is how people kind of know each other before and during seasons. And it was a lot of fun for me because this was my first ever recorded Survivor at the time of recording to meet so many amazing new people. The only people that I actually knew going into it was Mr. Chase Iron Dwarf before from an org, so I never played Minecraft with him. And just for the reunion's sake, and for people that don't know, because it wasn't in the episodes besides like one thing Nerf said, but me and Omega actually like had major beef going into the season. Like Omega and I like actually hated each other, and it was never shown like him talking about me on his pre-merge camp. It was only shown through Nerf saying that Omega didn't like me in like a tiny confessional. And so it was really cool for me and Omega to get back together at the merge and like work it out and like not only resolve beef that went beyond the show, but to use that to perfectly play a little bit of a middle role for as long as we were in. I just think it's a lot of fun to look at it from that perspective of people that might know each other and bring that into the games, and whether it's making the community in some way not as fun at certain points, that we could have gone beyond that and made it a more interesting season and also rekindled a friendship as well.
That's true. That's true.
I will say,
Notice how I didn't vote bitterly. Cough, cough, cough.
I will say, out of all the recordeds I've been in, this one probably had like, I don't think any pregame like intentions were made, honestly, and usually that's pretty difficult.
Besides Kane and Ethan, but
And
Yeah,
Ethan
they
and-
don't matter.
and
They don't
Ethan-
matter.
and Ethan going after Joey pre-merge as well.
yeah, but that's the only pregame thing I can see from the season. But honestly, I think the cast, even though Lawson, you probably knew a few people here.
Oh, I knew a lot of these people. I've been in like 4 survivors with Mystic alone. You know.
Well, this
And
was Mystic first.
That's actually that's true. Wait, I thought you were bullshitting.
no, we've been in like 4 together.
Oh, but this was
Shit.
Mystic's first. Fun fact.
Yeah, yeah. This was my first, and then I went into Happy's unrecorded total drama after. What a bad week.
That's true. And then Light, this was also your first as well, and Omega.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this was also my first recorded.
That's
Hey,
true.
but if there are any
Oh,
hosts out there,
this was their first Minecraft Survivor ever, I think.
Yeah.
So I think you guys did very well. We are gonna close the fan favorite poll, and I'm gonna move over here. All right. So how this is gonna work, right? I am gonna call out the top 5 people in no particular order. One of them is not here, or right? Yeah, one of them is not here, but that is fine. So, in no particular order, Light. So Light comes over here.
yeah, like
Let's go live. Woo.
Clapping
on.
noises.
Let's
Oh,
go
I
get
think he's,
ratioed. He's not here, baby. I'll
I
go
thought
sit.
he's
here.
here.
I'll
Wait,
go
what's
sit in
happening?
that chair.
The
I'll go
next
sit in that chair.
The next person I'm gonna call out is Mystic.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
How?
what's happening?
How? He was
We're
in
on
second boot. He was in
Hey,
second
I'm,
boot.
I'm
We
back.
never
I'm sorry,
got a
I was just
second
in the
boot,
bathroom.
Bitch,
What's going on?
salute the second boot.
Like we're calling
It's
out fan
Big D was
favorite
in
in
here
no
too, fan
particular
favorite.
order.
Oh shit!
Ow.
I'm in top 5.
Yeah, you
Uh,
did.
Big
I mean,
D.
Big D. Yes.
Yeah, Big D.
yo, I'm actually not gonna make top 5.
Dan
Yeah.
And the man.
That's huge.
and finally Soccer.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Lawson
Look at this.
Lakey.
I'm pissed.
The gun didn't do it. You didn't threaten enough people, Lawson. What
Who
are you
is
doing?
also Soccer's also tied with Nerf. So
Congrats,
Alright.
soccer.
so the person getting 5th, tied for 5th,
Sick.
is Soccer and Nerf.
That's my boy right there.
The person who is in 3rd or 4th rather is Mystic.
Oh well,
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't expect much as the second boot anyway. Fuck you guys.
Tied for 2nd. There are 2 people. Separated 2 people have 31.3% of the votes. The winner has 34.4.
Let's go,
Big D is one of the people who got 2nd. So it's between
No.
Light and Dan.
Aw. Oh wait, what the fuck? How am I in top 2?
And the winner of Minecraft Survivor, Lio, fan favorite, with 34.4% of the votes, is Dan.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Light. You got
Yeah.
second.
Yay! Top
Alright,
two
let's go,
line.
I got-
Woo.
All right, Dan, sit down. Dan, sit down.
What the
All right,
hell?
so, Dan, how does it feel to win fan favorite?
I'm absolutely thrilled that somehow throughout the goblin, I don't know if the goblin mode was what did it or if it was like the lawfulness in the beginning. I don't know if it was me and Lawson's bromance throughout it, but I'm absolutely thrilled. Thank you. Thank y'all.
That's true. Does everyone think that Dan deserved it?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
ow.
for
Sure. I
Yeah.
paid
Me and
attention.
Big D tied. It was always meant to be.
I thought Big
That's
D
true.
deserved
That's
it.
true, Light. That's true, Light. Hey, Light. I mean, for getting 2nd for fan favorite, when you that was your first time talking ever in a Discord call, correct?
Yeah.
Besides your interview, so yeah, Light had never talked. To
Light was
anyone
a
on
mute?
live before. Yeah.
Oh my
Before.
god.
That's
Mhm.
my dude right there. That's my dude.
Brian literally had to force Light to like do his interview. He
Yeah,
literally dragged me.
Thank you.
He was like, "I'm gonna be there." Like, if you want to explain.
Yeah, so pretty much I literally it was literally like the second to last day to do interviews and there was like a few weeks to do it. And this motherfucker Brian forcefully put my ass in that thing or in that call. And there were like 15 motherfuckers there, so I was like, God damn, this shit's kinda scary. So I mean, we went from there and then now I'm here. And like now I actually feel like fucking comfortable now. I don't mean to sound like the main character syndrome dude that's like, oh my god, I'm scared to talk to people. Like, it was a chill experience, and you know, it is what it is. We made it work. And
That's true. That's true.
All right, I gotta start headed back to the little service, but
All right,
thank you
Dan,
for having
do
me.
you have anything left
Bye,
left
Dan.
to say?
I mean, last to say, thank y'all for voting for me for fan favorite. That's super awesome. And
That's true.
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. I don't
All
have
right,
a brand
everyone
for the
come
clock
sit
thing.
back down. Everyone come sit back down at the stage.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Yes,
so Dan,
sir. Yes, sir.
does anyone have anything left to say?
Thank you,
Woohoo.
Oxy.
You smell bad.
Thanks.
If
Oxy.
you're watching out there, you should definitely go apply to Oxy
Don't
Seasons.
listen to him. It's not true.
Whenever
Yeah.
apps come out, for real, for real.
Apply to
All
Oxy
right.
season.
Well, we're gonna turn our attention over to the stream, where we are gonna release something in about 10 seconds. Give me a second. We're gonna release something in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you guys in a minute.
What do we roll? What was it?
All
He's
right,
got
what
a
up?
major case of the fire ass.
All right.
oh shit.
Hold up, we're not back. We are back. Woo!
Hey, we're back.
Yeah, baby. That's
That
what I've
was
been
such
waiting
an
for.
epic thing that happened.
Wow.
There- we are back. All right. So how this is gonna work is over the next few months. I am not muted on my stream. I can hear myself. Over the next few months, we are going to be releasing Meet the Cast videos / cast reveals while I pre-edit the season. So get ready for that. There are 15 new players who are going to be playing directly after these guys. So you guys are over. Spot.
Thank
Alright.
God.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Dang.
that kind of stinks. But does anyone have any final words?
I do, Oxy. I do. If I could redo this season, I still wouldn't go to that fucking boat.
That's true. That's true. All right. Does anyone else have any final things to say, Soccer?
Oh, wait. Turn around. Look at this fucking loser.
There he is.
Nerd,
Look,
dude.
there he is. There he is, dude. Look at him.
This guy. This guy.
That's true. All
Oh.
right.
Oh.
For everyone at home watching and from the cast, thank you guys so much for watching Minecraft Survivor.
Hey,
Season
there are any
9.
hosts out there? Hey, yo, hit me up.
That's
I
true.
want to play a
And
new
we
game
will
show.
see
Hit up my
you
DMs.
guys in season
Bye.
10. Goodbye. Everyone
Bye.
say goodbye.
Bye.
I won't see you ever again.